What's up guys, it's Trailbound Chris. I'm just getting ready for King of Motos and I'm working on the GPS units. So this is Garmin Model 64 that my buddy Colby's letting me borrow. He used these in Romania. The other popular brand is the Garmin E-Trax, and I used that the other day, and the buttons on that thing, there's just like one kind of weird toggle button and like maybe one other button, and it was really hard to use. It's kind of like a joystick thing. It was really annoying. But when Colby showed me these, it felt like it made a little bit more sense. It was just a little bit more intuitive. It's still not an iPhone. It's still like why aren't these things like, you know, smarter? But, you know, you take what you're going to get. But right now what I'm doing is I'm setting up the power source for these because I want to run 2 of them at max brightness and I don't want the battery to die. So most of the time I'm running an iPhone on my bike to track GPS, to look at satellite and topography and all that stuff. On this 2019, I never set it up, but it's a very basic install. I tried a bunch of different things, but the easiest thing I found was just getting this Optimate USB. Probably if you have a new bike, you probably already have this charging cable hookup that's like right around the airbox if you look for it. If not, all you have to do is buy one of those and then just bolt it into the battery and wire it here. But basically this thing's just plug and play. You plug it on and you can see there's a light indicator on there. This particular model is supposed to cut off the power to the USB, and it's just a little bit of a drain, but it will kill your battery over time. So I would recommend kind of unplugging this, or in the future I'd really like to put a switch on it so you can just fully switch it off and there's like zero drain on it. But basically Colby set me with a box full of cables. I ordered a bunch of stuff on Amazon and we're going to see if we can get the setup to work that I'm thinking will work good. He bought the special Garmin one that you like actually wire into the battery, but I'm going to try to do this kind of USB hack and see if this is like a quick and easy plug and play, which I think it's going to be. So let's dive into it. All right, here's the box full of cables, stuff he gave me, stuff I bought, RAM mounts. So this is the one that he recommended. You wire that in the battery. Looks like it has maybe an inline fuse, and then it's got this 90-degree out on it. But what I ended up doing is grabbing one of these off Amazon. So basically just a USB. It's got that same 90. It'd be nicer if it was a little bit longer. If you have an option to find one that's longer, like, you know, like this part is longer, that might be a little bit better for the unit. But I grabbed 2 of those. So I got 2 of these cables. And basically I've got this USB splitter that I bought on Amazon as well. So there's just one plugs into there, and then you got 2 out. So this is the Optimix, and all you do, you'll just plug that in there, and now you've got 2 coming out of there. So I mean, this is basic, guys. Just plug it in USB. As I said, I'm trying to make a very simple system here. So next we'll just grab the Garmin's. These plug in on the back, and it's good to put a little bit of dielectric grease in here just to keep it from falling out, and we'll actually rubber band it in there too. I'll just throw all these rubber bands on there. Alright, so you just got to fish out this cable that comes with the bike for charging your battery. And it's simple as plugging this in. Might want to put some dielectric grease in there. As you can see, we've got indicated power. So now I've got these 2 cables running and it's powering up the GPS. So that's great news. So now I just need to run the cables through and get these mounted on the bars. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna mount this, if I'm gonna use a RAM mount or what. And the way to check if there's power on this 64 unit is to simply hit page, and you'll see that there's a power indicator up there. If you unplug the power, it says external power lost, and you could keep it turned on or you can plug it back in and then it'll just go back on there. All right, so the other thing you want to get for your GPS is these lithium AA batteries, and I don't think it matters what brand it is, but Cody was telling me that in one of the races he had these in it, and for some reason they made him switch the batteries last minute, and it ended up like killing his GPS in like an hour. He didn't have it hooked up to power, but these things will last a lot longer, and you just want to be safe when you're doing an 8-hour race with these things. So get the lithium batteries. All right, so this is my messy ass workbench right now. So I'm working on making this mount. I've got the holes drilled. Basically I just lined up the 2 GPSs Just lined them up, drop some holes in there, and then I'm gonna run the ball mount on the back side like that. And this is just aluminum, so you can use any of your woodworking tools with it. You could use your table saw, your bandsaw. Final setup with my mounting bracket that I made. As you can see here, it flips up. You can see it centered in the middle. If you need to run the GPS higher, it goes up so it's closer to you when you're riding, like standing up. For the most part, it'll be like this. I've got a rubber band to hold this 90-degree USB, and I put dielectric grease on all of the USB things just in case it falls out a little bit. You'll still have that contact in there. So I tested this out today. I had my zoomed out version, my zoomed in version. I had the purple line color on there today, and it was kind of hard to see. I tried changing it on the trail, but I couldn't quite figure that out. So I know how to do it in the menu, but for some reason it wasn't changing it. So I thought I'd kind of look at some of the different settings that we have this set up as. I didn't buy these new. These are my buddy Colby's, and he had our mutual friend Tony set him up. He runs these in Baja, so basically he got rid of a bunch of stuff, and there's only just one page to map, and then you have like the trip odometer, local time, time of day. Normally they come with a bunch of different pages that you have to page through, so this keeps it a lot simpler. So get into the main menu. You go menu and then hit menu again, and you have all these different options. And if we go into setup, I didn't have to change any of this. But you know, you should watch some other videos of how to set all this stuff up, because Tony has all this stuff really dialed in. So I didn't need to change it, but I imagine from stock you might have to change it. So if we go quit, back to the main map, this one's zoomed out. This is a very easy GPS unit to use compared to the E-Trax, which has the little toggle thing here. I felt like this one is a lot easier. So the things that I think you're going to need to know how to do when it comes to the King of the Motos race is you're going to need to go into the main menu, and you'll go all the way down to the very bottom, and it says track manager. So you hit enter, and current track is what today is, and then basically you're going to load in from USB cable to this when you get to the race, and it'll say probably like loop A, loop B, loop C or something like that. But basically you'll just go to that one, whatever one's first, you'll hit enter. And if you need to change the color or something, you should be able to do it in here to make a nice bright color. Hit enter, and then if you're ready to use that one, you just hit view map. And so that'll be like the full loop that you need to know, and just zoom in wherever you want to be. Depending on your unit, this one will be zoomed out, this one will be zoomed in. And when you're ready, you'll just hit enter, and it'll take you on that loop. So this thing will start moving as you move. So the other thing you might need to know how to do when you get to the race, I'm not sure if they're going to be USBing in or if they're going to be doing the airdrop type thing. But if it is the airdrop thing, you'll just go menu, menu, and you'll go down to share wirelessly, and you just hit, depending on, so you'll go to receive, they'll the King of the Motos guys will go to send, and they'll just send that over to you. And then basically you'll just go back out, and like I showed you previously, you go to track manager, and it should be loaded in there. So that's basically what you need to know how to do on these different units. It's pretty basic. So that's my GPS setup so far. That's everything I know. If you guys have any tips on things that you really need to know how to do for the GPS, or kind of how to use the GPS in these types of races, so I'd love to kind of know any tips and tricks, and I'm sure people reading the comments would also like that. So as always, guys, thanks for checking out this video, and we'll see you out on the trail, and hopefully we'll see you at King of Motos. Should be a good suffering time. All right, guys, see ya.